Welcome to our first look at algebra. Now I've already prepped the screen and hoping I can do well with these terms for you. But every single equation can really be solved just using two concepts, 0 and equals. 0 just means two opposites, like plus and minus the same amount, up and down the same amount, left and right the same amount. If you move up 5 feet and down 5 feet, you've gone 0. If you go forward and then backward, etc., it's a equilibrium point. And equals just means both sides of the equation are balanced. The same thing can be done, but it must be done to both sides to maintain that balance. Add to both sides, subtract to both sides, divide, etc. Now, the symbols on the scope right now are to help you out. Now, what I use is I use poker chips. So I will use a blue poker chip for an x and a red poker chip for a negative x. And then normally what I do is rip up paper. I'm trying to figure out how to do that for you here, but I'm just going to use the smaller green dots and orange dots to represent ones and negative ones. Now, the thing you have to remember is if I have one of these, that actually equals 0. Alright? One positive x, one negative x equals 0. They cancel each other out. By the same token, if I have a 1 and I have a negative 1 in the same equation, then those also equal 0. And the objective is to find out how many of these equal how many of one of these two. So we're always trying to figure out the blue squares when we do one. So we're going to do some simple ones first, and I'm going to show you how to do the replacements. Then next time we will bump it up and we will use some harder ones. So let's just do some very straightforwards. X plus 2 equals 7. I'm sure most of you can do this, but I want to show you the technique so you can see how it works. So there's an x, and then I got 2 on this side, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on this side, and we're still going to put that equal sign back here. Okay, so the 0 principle, I'm not going to add or subtract anything on both sides, because what I can do is use the equals principle. And the equals says if I have the same thing on this side of the equation as on this side of the equation, then I can take them off. So simply for this one, all I'm going to do is say I'm going to take off 1, 2 of these, and 1, 2 of these, and our equation is still in equilibrium. And if it's still in equilibrium, then we know 1x equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Simple equation to start with, like I said. Okay, let's do one that's maybe a little bit harder to play with. So this time, let's do x plus 3 equals 2x minus 7. Same concept. So I've got an x over here and 2 x's over here. And on this side, I got 1, 2, 3 of those. And on the other side, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So first step is always to look at my equation and see if I have the same things on both sides. And indeed, this time, I have a blue one over here and a blue one over here. So by the theory of equals, I can do the same thing to both sides, and I can get rid of that one and get rid of that one. Now, a blue doesn't opposite a green, and a green doesn't opposite an orange. So now I've come to the end of what I can do with equals. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use 0, and 0 says opposites. So on this side, I'm going to add 1, ooh, way too big, sorry about that, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green ones, and I'll also put on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those ones. Now notice, 7 of these and 7 of these, that's 0. I did nothing to the equation. It's 0. But what it allows us to do now is on this side of the equation, I have 7 orange dots. And on this side of the equation, I have 7 orange dots. So I can take these, and I can take these. And the beautiful part is now I have on this side 1 of these, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of those. So my answer is x equals 10. I really encourage you, use some of the manipulatives, use poker chips, use pieces of paper. At this stage it's probably not too hard, but anytime you can set these up and be able to actually move them around in your hands, it will help you out a ton. I've seen kids that couldn't pass pre-algebra that were doing multivariable in a very short time. So good luck with that. I hope it works out for you. Please let me know. AnyoneCanDoMath.com. Bye.